What's going on, Broncos country? I had a video all planned today to talk about is Bo Nix more like Tim Tebow or John Elway? I guess we'll get to that live stream tomorrow because breaking news, Dre Greenlaw has been suspended after berating an official after Will Lutz kicked that game-winning field goal well beyond the time expired, but the ref threw the flag. We'll get into it here in just a moment. Y'all be sure to get your thoughts in here in the chat. I'll get to them here soon, and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. But man, I just gotta say, suspended without pay, suspended for a game without pay for berating a ref. He didn't even touch the ref. We see guys touch the ref and get fined. We don't even see them get suspended. And I'm going to be honest. There was some sort of agenda that crew had or those particular referees had against the Broncos because I watched this game twice since it concluded. And there are so many missed holding calls. There are so many ticky-tack calls that are going in the New York Giants' favor. And these referees need to be held accountable. This is disgusting. This is disgusting, especially on that final drive. The late hit, I think it was on John Franklin Myers. That was ridiculous. The roughing the passer call. It was within the same step that he was taking. And when he hit Jackson Dart, that spot where Wando Robinson caught it on the 4th and 17, a little questionable, but I can let it slide because the yellow line was ahead of like where the marker should have been. But the Riley Moss pass interference at the end of that game to give the Giants the ball on the 1-yard line plus Sean Payton's penalty, it was ridiculous. That was a disgusting ref job. I think the Broncos had like 4 times as many penalties as the lowly New York Giants, an undisciplined football team that has 2 more wins than the New York Jets going up against our pass rush. I mean, you guys could have seen the holding calls, right? Because I wasn't the only one that missed them or that didn't miss them. The only people that missed all those holding calls on Zach Allen, Dondre Tillman, Nick Benito, John Franklin Myers, dude, everybody was this refereeing crew, dude. This was disgusting. But yes, Dre Greenlaw has been suspended for 1 game without pay. Adam Schefter tweeted that for his actions here towards referee Brad Allen after the team's game-winning field goal. And dude, these refs need to be held accountable, man. That was a corrupt performance that we saw from them yesterday. And you guys know, man, I've been doing this YouTube thing for like 3 years now. I've been doing the Broncos stuff. This is my 2nd season doing that. I've never come out here and just said the refs were corrupt. They were corrupt yesterday, for sure. They're doing everything they could to keep the Broncos from winning that game. That was disgusting what we saw. And Dre Greenlaw was feeling just like you and me. And like Sean Payton, who already picked up a penalty to let the refs know just how much they suck at their job. And we see today that Dre Greenlaw felt the same way that you and I felt. Let's run Greenlaw right here. And then, oh man, I'm looking for Brad Allen. I wonder if Brad Allen was that stupid ass referee that threw that flag for the Riley Moss pass interference, which was not pass interference. He got his head around, guys. The ball was underthrown. If anything, it should have been offensive PI, right? But that whoever the ref was that threw that flag, I'm going to guess it's Brad Allen. Dude, that guy should not ref an NFL game again. The official was right there watching it, and he didn't throw the flag. This guy, Brad Allen, man, whole crew does. And you can see he charges. Yes, he does charge, but he doesn't hit the ref. He doesn't run into the ref at all. He lets him know that, yeah, he sucks at his job. He should be ashamed. And dude, I'm right there with Dre on that, man. These referees need to be held accountable when they absolutely suck. And we're going to be responsible for changing the trajectory of this game in the 4th quarter. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, thankfully, DT and the football gods smiled upon us and the seas parted, and we were able to still get the comeback without the help of the referees. But guys, we beat the referees yesterday, and then we beat the New York Giants. Absolutely. That's how it is. And for running up to a ref, you see NBA players do this all the time. They're not suspended. They might get a technical, and you can see he throws the flag right there like a loser. Dude, Brad Allen, dude, this guy's a loser. Throws the flag, points at him, then picks it up, dude. Do whatever. This guy deserved the verbal thrashing that he got from Dre Greenlaw. Now you can say, hey, maybe this is unwarranted. You shouldn't be doing that after the game's over. I got to be honest, with how high emotions run in games like this, I would have done the same thing. I probably would have done the same thing, and I wouldn't have even been thinking about what the ramifications of it could be. But this is where the hypocritical NFL gets in the way because, again, you have guys that run into referees, right? They just get fined. You have guys that are allowed to play with pending DUIs and stuff like that. Remember, Melvin Gordon, I think, played an entire season after he had been arrested. You got guys that are arrested that are okay playing in the NFL while their legal case is going on, as long as their name's not Deshaun Watson. Wasn't Rashee Rice playing through that whole legal thing last season? Just disgusting. But a ref who absolutely deserves it gets chirped a little bit from Dre Greenlaw, man. These NFL refs are as soft as they come. They got no backbone, no spine. When are they going to be held accountable? And the fact that they're not held accountable is why these sorts of things happen. All right? It's why you see Dre Greenlaw out there acting like you and me, because these guys aren't held accountable. The only way to let them know is to get in their face, to get in their ear, man. That was a pathetic officiating job by these NFL referees. That's all I'll say. It sucks that we lose him for the Cowboys game. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. I think the Denver Broncos should absolutely appeal this, because for the case that I just laid out, you have guys just fined, right, for doing things a lot worse. But yeah, this is something that Greg Penner, George Payton, Sean Payton, they absolutely need to put together an appeal. This is disgusting. I hate the NFL referees. They're a joke. And yeah, we'll have to wait another week to see less Alex Singleton, man. Dude, I hate these referees, man. I hate them. I hate these referees. All right, I'm going to get to the comments now. All right. David, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Regardless of how bad the refs were yesterday, Dre had no business going heads up with the ref. Now, hey, when cooler heads prevail, yes, you're right, Dave. But it's hard for me not to feel the same way that Dre Greenlaw did. You know, obviously, it's in the wrong, but sometimes doing the wrong thing is the right thing. And like, I would have done the same thing, man. Those refs sucked. Computer Blue said, so he's injury prone and does dumb stuff. Nice. Okay, like I said, this was not a logical decision here. This is the heat of the moment. The emotions are at an all-time high. But yeah, thank God we have Bo Nix / John Elway / Tim Tebow there to drive us down the field with 2 throws in 33 seconds. Thank God we got Bo Nix, man, because this probably would have been the call, or one of the main storylines coming out of this game, and at least in Broncos media, was that the refs killed the Broncos on that last Jackson Dart drive, man. And yes, this is real, Mike Garafalo. Yep, this is real. No, this is a prank. We're going to be without Dre Greenlaw for the Dallas Cowboys. Javonte Williams coming back to town, right? We got the Cowboys next week. I'm so like, man, I'm feeling like all over the place. Let me see. Yes, we got the Cowboys next week at 3:25 Central, 2:25 Mountain. Yeah. No, not a prank. And you would think it's a prank because, again, this is so soft by NFL officiating, man, for them to do this. And roughing the passer call, that was egregious. Again, all the little defensive holdings and the pass interference, and on it was like anything thrown Wan'Dale Robinson's way, man, they're throwing a flag for, man. Okay, hopefully you saw that Hydra ammo. I showed it a few times, man. Garrett Hill saying this: The ref got upset. Dre got upset because the ref shoved Strnad. Strnad even turned and looked at the ref. So can the ref get suspended for pushing Strnad? Okay, Garrett, let me see on this. Let me see on, and this is where we should go ahead. You're building a better appeal case than me, saying, "Hey, the refs just sucked," and you see guys get suspended for worse. If we can go back and look at the tape here, let's see. Yeah, dude, man, these refs are trash. All right. Well, we're going to slow motion this thing. How about that? All right, Strnad. You can see my little my little marker tool has not been working well right now. Anyways, see Strnad in the ref right here. Strnad's trying to go around him. Oh, yeah, and you see the extension of the arm from the ref pushing him out the way. Yeah. And then you see Strnad says, "Yeah, screw you, dude." Dude, and then this loser with his whistle in his mouth, man. Whatever. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw took exception to that. That's a really good find. That's a really good find there, Garrett Hill. I'm with you on that. Dude shoves Strnad. Man. That's pathetic, man. That's pathetic from an NFL official, man. These guys are corrupt. They had money on this game. You could tell with how they officiated this fourth quarter, right? He said, "Dude, what the hell's your problem?" We'll watch it again. Strnad trying to go around, trying to celebrate, and the ref shoves him right there. Chris Abrams' drain kind of gets in the way. Dude, this absolutely needs to be appealed, man. This is disgusting. And hey, we saw like 20 something plays from Dre Greenlaw yesterday. Thought he looked very, very good. And dude, this sucks to lose him for the Cowboys game. Because the Cowboys, I don't know if statistically they got the best offense in the NFL, but I think they got the best offense in the NFL right now. They need to punish him. He took all of my. Yeah, Garrett Hill saying, "I don't think this has much to do with how the game is officiated, more to do with the official placing his hands on a player." Well said. Maybe this is the case. Nonetheless, I hate these referees. They continue to screw us over, right? Whether it's during the game or after the game, man. These referees are soft. They have no accountability ever from these guys. Man, refs got the notes. Get Chiefs in first place now. What? How? What? What did he do? And you are so right about the refs and the holding calls. It's not just the game; it's mostly during our biggest games. Yeah, man. And again, like I'm not normally coming out here saying that the refs played a huge role in a game. Like I didn't even blame them in that Colts game, man. Like that was a poorly officiated game. But if you go back and watch, don't saying, man, it was poorly officiated from both sides. It's just the last poor call and that, you know, the field goal. It was the right call. Should you call that? No, but it is what it is. But this was clearly, dude, just reffing and officiating towards one opponent, man. And it was to make the New York Giants and Jackson Dart, man, look like they had turned the corner, man. Yeah, Giants fans saying the refs helps us. They're delusional. Yes. I mean, what did the Giants have? Like 4 penalties, 5 penalties? I think we had in the double digits. They had them 8 penalties for 36 yards. We had 12 penalties for 127. We didn't get one pass interference, man. They didn't get one holding call the whole game. A lot of those penalties, it was illegal motion, false start, offside. It was like little things like that that ended up creating some issues. Maybe they had one holding call that I can think of. I'm trying to think. Actually, man, I don't think so. Man, they ref that game in a disgusting way, and, yeah, screw this guy, man, Brad Allen. Brad Allen, how long has he been a referee? Dude, this guy sucks. Alright, let's see where he's from here. He's from UNC Pembroke, from North Carolina. Does he have any New York connections? But they're saying he's had questionable calls. Here they all are. Dude, look at this. During the 23 season, Brad Allen drew widespread attention when the officiating crew he led made a questionable call on December 30th in a Detroit Lions game against the Dallas Cowboys. Allen's crew nullified a Detroit 2-point conversion in the game's final minute as Lions offensive tackle Taylor Decker, who made the 2-point conversion, was flagged for illegal touching. After the game, a video was released showing Decker telling Allen that he was made an eligible receiver. However, Allen stated that it was Dan Skipper who reported, as the latter made a hand gesture. Skipper later denied reporting to Allen as an eligible receiver. I remember this play. Yes. Dude, is this guy just an NFC East, bot referee? Like, come on, man. I remember how egregious that call was, man. Yeah, the league later downgraded the crew and prevented them from officiating playoff games. It sounds like that's what needs to happen with this crew again, and just disgusting. Though not publicized by the NFL, the ban was lifted ahead of the 24 playoffs when Allen and his crew were named to serve as officials during the NFC wildcard matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. They proceeded to make another controversial call in the game, ruling that a fumble that appeared to be recovered by Packers kick returner Kaijon Nixon was recovered by the Eagles. They stuck to their call after the review showed the ball had in fact been recovered by Nixon, dude. This led to suggestions that a further ban may be. Dude, so all this guy does is make controversial calls that benefit NFC East teams. What is that? You got a call here last year benefiting the Eagles, a call the year prior to that in 23 benefiting the Cowboys, and then in this game you got multiple calls that were benefiting the Giants. And I forgot to name this one, guys, is that there was a missed call yesterday. I want to say it was on that Scattaboo screen, or I forget who it was thrown to. It was a screen pass, okay? And the screen pass was thrown like maybe 7 yards upfield. But here's the thing. They already had offensive linemen going down, making contact, blocking before that ball was even out of Jackson Dart's hand. That obviously should have been a legal man downfield. But of course they're not going to call it. And I think that resulted in a touchdown. So again, man, this guy Brad Allen sucks. Yeah, let's look at his statistics here. And I wonder. So these are all kind of you don't have the most recent years. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty crazy to see him, below league average on all these, maybe until these years in 2020. But, we need 5 more years of data now to see. But it sounds like, man, this guy's always benefiting NFC East teams. He's from the East Coast area there in North Carolina. So, yeah, anyway, screw this guy. He was terrible. The NFL should absolutely, or the Denver Broncos should absolutely appeal this, especially if you're talking about how he shoved Justin Strnad here at the end of the game, man. Man, these guys are corrupt. Man, these guys suck. Dennis saying Greenlaw's a seasoned vet. He knows better. Instead of celebrating a win with his team, he decided to confront the refs. Bad look, in my opinion. I will disagree with you. on this. I've been talking about how this defense needs, uh, they need some toxicity, man. They need some anger. They need some, they need some dickheads, man. And again, I know that this is the more emotional decision, but I like to see this kind of stuff out of Dre Greenlaw, man. I think that this is very soft on the NFL officials, man. Super sensitive, man. Yeah, it had to have definitely been Brad Allen who threw that flag on Riley Moss, man. But Garrett Hill saying, "Bro, I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with how the game was officiated. Watch the ref pushed or not." And I'll leave this up here. I'll go through a few more comments. I think, man, in Prague could have been both things. But yeah, you see the reaction here from Strnad. He's like, dude, you could see it right here. He's like, dude, get off of me, man. And Greenlaw took exception to that. So, yes, appeal this. Absolutely appeal this. And you know what? I will do a quote tweet right now. Thank you, Garrett. I am between Sean Payton, the Denver Broncos should absolutely appeal this suspension due to the fact Brad Allen shoved and extended his arms against Justin Strnad after the game. Dre Greenlaw took exception to this, and also these refs need to be held accountable when they suck at doing their jobs. Dude, there we go, man. Hashtag Denver Broncos, hashtag Broncos, hashtag Broncos country, at NFL officiating. Yeah, man, these guys suck. At NFL, at I think that's about it. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Garrett. I'll roll with that. It's hard being a referee. I had experience. If I'm being honest, I would have cried if I was a referee, but I think a player was very tough for doing this. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Dude, this was disgusting, man. Yeah, 127 penalty yards on the Denver Broncos at home to the New York Giants, 32 yards. Let's be real. Yes, our Denver Broncos do get penalties, but let's not act like the New York Giants are playing like the Bill Belichick New England Patriots back in the day, man. Nah, they're undisciplined, and they weren't calling anything. Illegal man downfield, holding calls, anything like that. Yeah, I'm with Dre for sticking up for our team, man. Why is a ref allowed to put his hands on a player? Why is a ref allowed to make terrible calls, man? Yeah, dude, I'm with you. And we are screwed next week if we don't have Dre Greenlaw, because we're gonna have Justin Strnad and Alex Singleton back trying to cover Terrence Ferguson, man. I know, man. I'm right there with you. This is disgusting. This is BS. This is why the WNBA is rigged, man. No, he didn't even touch the ref. Dre Greenlaw will play through here. He did not even touch the ref. And this is how soft he is. This ref, Brad Allen, wants to shove Justin Strnad, initiate contact against Justin Strnad, and then he'll throw a flag on Dre Greenlaw for yelling at him, getting in his ear. He didn't even touch Brad Allen, dude. This guy's as soft as they come, man. Dude, whatever, man. Man, this guy Brad Allen can kiss my you-know-what, man. Look at it. Justin Strnad celebrating. And the ref just shoves him. And Justin Strnad says, dude, what the hell? What is wrong with you? Dude. Yeah, and why is a ref acting like that so emotionally while the team is around celebrating Will Lutz? Why is he so pissed off to shove a guy? All right? He's supposed to remain calm. Is it because his team didn't win? Yeah, man, this is disgusting. We got the win, move on. Nah, nah, I'm pissed off, BK. I'm sorry. I'm going to be 100% with y'all. And we will talk more at Horsepower Hour tonight at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So be sure to subscribe, bell for notification. With Marky Sports with Jeremy. I don't think Kodiak's going to be able to make it, but we'll talk all about Bo Nix, baby. And I got more Bo Nix content planned for tomorrow. I was going to do a stream on him right now, but obviously I have to talk about this breaking news. Can this suspension be challenged? I sure hope so. They absolutely need to appeal this, man. This is disgusting stuff, man, from the NFL. Let's see what Tony had to say. This is my thoughts on the refs in our games. We're in the same division as Kansas City, and the NFL and refs know Denver can prevent the Chiefs from going to the playoffs, so they officiate us harshly. I'll buy that. I will absolutely buy that. When the fuck will the NFL realize the Walton Penners bring home the bacon for the NFL, worth 4 times the value of Kansas City's ownership group? Yes. I'm right there with you, man. Oh my gosh. Yes. And the Giants did get away with being offsides a lot yesterday. Again, they were reffed in 2 totally different fashions in that game. And again, the only reason we came back was because of spiritual divine intervention. Yeah. And again, if you're just joining, guys, go look up Brad Allen's Wikipedia page. You can see that he has had very controversial calls in the most recent years, benefiting the Dallas Cowboys in a game and the Philadelphia Eagles in a playoff game last year, man. Dude, this guy's corrupt. This guy's corrupt. And the NBA wanted to say, oh, man, man, these referees, they're just doing the best they can. They're not always going to call it the same, whatnot. And what happened? What happened? Tim Donaghy eventually was caught. You're crazy if you don't think officiating in all of these professional sports doesn't have biases to do with betting and different things like that, man. I'm not saying it impacts all the games all the time, but this was so egregious that it has to be investigated, man. And this guy, Brad Allen, it's time for him to go down to the college ranks, man. Greenlaw is challenging it. Thank you, Atomic. That's great to see. Yes. Oh, did I say Terrence Ferguson? Sorry, man. Jake Ferguson. I wish we drafted Terrence Ferguson, but here we are, man. Free Greenlaw, Keanu. I'm right there with you. This is the same ref who screwed over the Lions during the Cowboys game, if you remember, and again the Packers in the Eagles game. Yeah, dude. Softest con. Fuck these refs, man. This is the same crew that took selfies with Taylor Swift, by the way. I don't know if that's true, but that's I'm gonna buy it for this. Yes, thank God. Does Brad Allen have social media? Let me see, dude. Brad Allen NFL official X. Oh, dude. No, this guy's a gambling industry analyst. I bet that Brad Allen's gonna get a. Yeah, we need to appeal this, man. This was disgusting stuff. This was disgusting stuff. And I'm gonna refresh my feed really quick. All right, here's another clip of it, thanks to Tom Pelissero. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I cut off right after. Per the NFL, Greenlaw, quote, verbally threatened him as he tried to leave the field. Dude, this guy's as soft as they come, man. Yeah. Dude, this guy's as soft as they come. Dude, whatever. He pushed Strnad. Brad Allen pushed Strnad. Yeah, like he just lost some money. Like he was a kid pouting. Dude, whatever, Brad Allen. Yeah, this appeal will probably be decided by Wednesday or Thursday, I would guess. I've yet to see. Let me just search here. Dre Greenlaw appeal. Hopefully they can appeal this. Let me get on Twitter. Okay. Lionel Biennavu is saying official release from the NFL. Greenlaw plans to appeal the suspension. Good. Denver linebacker Dre Greenlaw has been suspended without pay for one game for unsportsmanlike conduct following the Sunday's game against the New York Giants. The NFL issued the suspension for a violation of Rule 12, Section 3, Article 1B, which prohibits the use of abuse, threatening, or insulting language or gestures to opponents, teammates, officials, representatives of the league. And you see, like, dude, this basically is so vague that you could suspend a player for trash talk, right? So, again, this is extremely vague. I hate this. And this only needs to be used in extreme circumstances, not after you shove a ref or not after you ref a disgustingly corrupt game, right? After the conclusion of the Giants-Broncos game, Greenlaw chased a referee, Brad Allen, after he had shoved Justin Strnad, verbally threatened him, and tried to leave the field. Greenlaw will now be eligible to return to the Broncos' active roster Monday, October 27th, following the team's October 26th game against the Dallas Cowboys. Under the CBA, Greenlaw has 3 days to appeal the suspension. Let's go. And the plan is for him to do that. So let's hope. We need the football gods in our favor once more. Help us get that win, and then to get justice for Dre Greenlaw. The wrong people are being held accountable, man. And the real culprits are this officiating crew. Okay, guys, I'm gonna this is so bad, man. Yeah. So guys, I'm gonna wrap this thing up, man. This pisses me off. I guess I'll save my live stream on is Bo Nix more like John Elway or Tim Tebow, looking at his fourth quarter stats tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Horsepower Hour is in 3 hours with Marky Sports, with Jeremy, and with Kodiak. So yeah. Sounds like he said. And if one more ref sides with him, Greenlaw may not have much of a chance. They'll take the ref side. Yeah, absolutely. This is hopefully why you can get in front of a judge during the appeal. The ref threw the flag from down the field. Yeah, the ref in the end zone was right on top of it. Yeah, we're talking about the Riley Moss one. Super corrupt, Derek. The ref was in the bookie's pocket, no doubt. All the missed calls on the Giants were 10 plus. The refs were corrupt, man. They suck, dude. They suck. Honestly, he played good, only playing 20 snaps. I'm right there with you. And I think we were ramping him up to play a lot more in this game. So hopefully we still get him for the Cowboys. But until we have a verdict on the appeal, right now, Dre Greenlaw, we are without him for Dallas next week. That sucks. And screw these refs, man. I hate them. Like, subscribe as always. Thank you so much, Broncos country. And shout out to Profit. Want to give a quick shout out to the flagship sponsor of David Talks Buffs and David Talks Broncos YouTube channel, and that is Profit X, America's #1 sports prediction market. This is peer-to-peer sports prediction where players play against each other, like you and me, instead of a sports book versus the house. You almost always get the best odds on any play that you're looking to make. They operate in over 40 states, including Texas, where I reside. So use the promo code Dave and claim up to $200 in profit cash for all plays in the first 30 days of playing on the site. Terms and conditions apply. Go ahead, click the link in the description, sign up using my promo code Dave on Profit X, and join me on America's #1 sports prediction market.